All right, welcome to Black Swan Revelations. Today we're going to be talking about some extra footage in regards to the AGR building, the American Glass building. We're watching some different angles. It's been a few weeks, and I still haven't seen any footage of the shooter on the roof before the shots are fired. I've seen little bits and pieces of shaky cam stuff, but nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. If you watch the first footage that we saw of the shooter climbing on the roof, where everybody's shouting, "There's a shooter on the roof! There's a shooter!" and all this stuff, he looks like he's animated. He looks like he's just crawling in one place and he's not even moving. And I've shown people the footage, and it looks weird. It looks bizarre. Like, you just go back and watch the footage of him on the roof where you see the crowd running and then you see a couple police officers running around, and they're saying, "He's right there. He's on the roof." One, it'd be pretty difficult to see the shooter from the angle of the crowd on, I guess it would be the west side of the building. It'd be pretty tough to see him because he was lying on his belly. But then you get another camera angle where they're showing him like a Keystone Caper running across the top of the roof, and then he disappears. And then he reappears, peeking his head up and down. You can't tell me that there wouldn't be other angles, other camera footage of people seeing this guy running on the roof. For weeks, we've never even heard or seen footage where he's actually walking on top of the roof. Instead, we've seen footage of officers and senators on the rooftop, and it's easy to see them when they're standing. Doesn't matter where they are. It's easy to see them standing. So it doesn't make sense to me for the shooter to run across the roof, because that's what they're saying. He ran from the two-story building and ran across and then went down. All other footage is saying he used a ladder. He bought a ladder on Saturday morning. He climbed up on a roof. He went through the mega screening with his rangefinder, his golf rangefinder, which is not illegal. Bought a ladder on Saturday morning, but he didn't bring the ladder there. Instead, used the ladder somehow to climb up on the building. But then they say, well, no, he didn't use a ladder. He used pipes to climb up the side of the building. So then why did you introduce evidence or the idea that he bought a ladder on day one? How fast did you find the receipt of a ladder and all this other stuff? And then we get ideas that he had a drone and no one else had a drone. And then the director of the Secret Service, rumors that Kimberly pulled people off the roof when officers were telling them for weeks or days leading up to it, you need somebody on the roof. They didn't do it. They said it was too hot. They said it was too flat, or it was too sloped, I should say. When we look at it, we're like, yeah, no, it's hardly sloped. Hardly sloped. And everybody involved this looks like a cartoon. It looks like Keystone Capers. Like, you're telling me that you have a $500 million budget and you're underfunded, but you don't have a ladder to get up onto a one-story building, a 10-foot building. You don't have a 10-foot ladder. Instead, you have to use your hands, and we're going to watch this footage. Instead, you have to use your hands to hoist up an officer so that he can have a look. And when you see the footage, you don't see the shooter at all. He says he saw him, but we don't see him. And the footage, the body cam footage doesn't show the shooter. No matter how many times you look at it, you don't see the shooter. So the guy climbs back down. They lower him back down. He didn't fall, because remember, the first report was we got eyewitness that the guy that actually climbed up said that he climbed up himself and then dropped down and fell to the ground because the guy pointed the gun at him. We don't see that. And I'm going to show you the footage. In fact, another officer helped him climb up and then lowered him down. And then when the officer that said he saw the shooter ran away to his car to grab, looks like some kind of a machine gun, loading and unloading clips and everything. And other people are yelling, I told them on Tuesday there was going to be someone on the roof. They needed to get people on the roof. And there's like 20 people, 20 officers. The second the shooter was shot, there's 20 officers in front of the AGR building. And they have to use a 3-foot ladder on a dumpster or whatever. They have to hoist them up to the dumpster to get up onto another ladder to climb up to take care of the shooter, which is happening after he was killed. And then they cut the footage. They're editing the footage. They don't show us. I want to see the first response. I don't care if you blur out the shooter's face. I want to see the footage of the first time the officers are on the roof, because anytime we see from every angle, there's an officer going to the roof, and then there's 3 people already there standing around the body with the gun 15 feet away and a backpack as well. Yeah, you need, I would say, spend, I don't know, $50 for 1 hour to teach people how to climb up onto the side of a 1-story building. I'm 54 years old. I'm sure I could figure out a way to climb up that building faster than the police. They had no idea. This was a foreign world to them. This was an alien technology. Like, they've never seen alien technology like this, where you have 4 walls that are a couple feet higher than you, and you're approaching it going, I've never seen this. What is it? Is it a force field? I don't even know I don't even know what the word climb means. I have no idea. I've never experienced this before. And they're all running around the circumference of the building while the shooter, a 20-year-old that has a drone, an AR-15 rifle, a scope, hides from the 2 SWAT teams behind Donald Trump. They can't see him. And the first evidence that we saw of the SWAT team on the north side said, I saw a guy with a rangefinder and I thought he was one of us. Don't think I didn't forget about that. We thought he was one of us, and he had a rangefinder. He didn't have a gun, so they didn't shoot him. The second SWAT team allegedly shot the shooter. Now we get footage. There's a second shooter. There's a third shooter. All this conspiracy is like the FBI and the Secret Service are just feeding us conspiracy theorists. They're just giving us bits and pieces, and you can't see anything. So then everybody goes nuts on conspiracies. It would have been so easy to just have a press conference that night and say, here's what we know. Here's the perimeter. We have footage that there was a ladder. Then they say that we don't have footage of a ladder. He never used a ladder. Well, then why did you say he bought a ladder, and why did you build that narrative up? driving a van, and then a bike, and then a car. Exactly. Like this kid is the most advanced sharpshooter spy that the United States of America has ever come across. This guy is lethal. He's stealthy, untraceable, untrackable. Nobody knows who he is. He's in a BlackRock commercial. There's no evidence of foul play. They just looked at him and said he's suspicious because he's an American. I would, if you look at some of our previous videos of the people behind Trump, they all look suspicious. KG veterans, crazy characters. You have one guy that looks like he's time traveling. His name is Vincent, I believe, and I think he's a Republican. He wants to run for Senate or something like that. Suspicious to me, but you can't use that in America because every American looks suspicious. Just look at them. They're all crazy looking at these rallies, wearing hats, wearing crazy shirts, signs. Sometimes it feels like, are we watching someone at a WWE event? Or are we watching a Trump rally or a Democratic rally? Like all these signs and everything. That's reminiscent of The Rock and Stone Cold and all these signs because Stone Cold said so, all this stuff. That's what these rallies look like. It's weird. I get the excitement behind it and everything, but you can't just because someone looks suspicious, you can't go after them. You can't shoot them just because somebody climbs up on the roof, and we still need to see evidence of him climbing on the roof. We see evidence of a guy that's shot, and he had a rangefinder in his pocket, and somehow the SWAT team that was on the roof knew that he had a rangefinder in his pocket. So how big is this rangefinder if it's in your cargo pocket? That's what he said. How big is it? And I understand that you have to remove the gun and throw it 15 feet away. I get it. But that place should have been locked down. Instead, they were washing everything, washing all the blood off the roof and everything. That should have been red taped everywhere. This is a police investigation. The shell casings, they should have had those little triangles, those little rectangles. That here's shell casing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of the SWAT team says, "Oh yeah, we got 8 casings." Well, I only counted 7 shots, but somehow you knew there was 8 right away, and we don't see 8 shells. Would have been nice to zoom in. Like, you're okay with showing the body, and then you're blurring the body and everything, but you're not okay of zooming in on the shell casings. That would have been the first thing I would have done, but it's too late now. And I know they have all the footage. It's just a matter of who's going to pay for this footage. Is it going to be Wall Street Journal, Fox, CNN? Who's going to pay these officers that have the actual footage of actually what happened? And who's going to protect them when they sing like a canary? Because they're going to need to change their identity. They're going to need to go into hiding. Because they have the evidence, and I know they do, and there's hundreds, if not thousands of people filming at once with their cell phone. So somebody has it, and they're just waiting to get paid off to show the proper footage. All we're getting is edited pieces. So hopefully that makes sense. Any footage of the motorcycle guy climbing down from the water tower? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I've heard rumors about the tower and stuff. It would make sense to have somebody on the tower. But again, it also made sense to have somebody on the AGR building, and they didn't do it. So let's watch the footage. And then you guys could decide for yourself how crazy and how insane this is. I want you to pay attention, because I don't want to use my own biases. I want you to pay attention to little things like what they say on camera. Like, we warned them, we told Secret Service, we told them this was going to happen. There's a shooter. He's right there on the left. He's right there. I want you to pay attention to those words, because we can't see anything, just so you know. The footage is crystal clear at points, but they muted the audio. Why? Again, you're feeding us conspiracies. You're feeding us this stuff. You're just shoveling it to us. And I think part of it is so that you can get more views by just hiding little bits and pieces. Because once you discover everything and you go, oh, it was an inside job, here's the culprit, it's over. Nobody will watch that segment anymore, and they'll move on to something else. They'll go back to watching Friends. But if you can give us little bits and pieces and make us watch every angle, then you're going to come out the winner. And we're just glued to this. So there has to be a reason why they muted the audio, and the first footage that we get is people saying, there's a shooter. How do you know he's a shooter? You can't even see the guy from your angle. You can't see anything. You don't see a gun ever. So the idea that you shout that out is weird. People don't do that. I don't know. It's weird. And there was 2 officers there as well, walking around like they're lost, like this is our first day on the job and we don't know what's going on. But on the other side of the AGR building, there's like 20 officers with machine guns ready to storm the roof, but they don't know how to get up on the roof. I'm going to show you. We're going to watch different angles and different pieces of footage, and you guys can decide what's going on here. And I'll come back. I'll share my thoughts from time to time as well. All right, so this is, let's pause this here. This is called the new body cam video from the Trump rally shows moments after shooting. This is Wall Street News. And I've done another video where one of the photographers in front of Trump, they were all taking pictures. I got their names. I know who each one of the photographers are. I know one of them had a Ray-Bans Meta glasses, and he has footage as well. I've seen the footage from his angle, and that's a whole nother video on itself. But let's just watch. So let me back it up here. There's some captions here. I don't know if it's easy for you to read. It says, body cam footage obtained by the Wall Street Journal. Interesting. So they paid somebody to get this footage. Captured the frustration among local police directly after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. So this is after the shooting, because they muted the audio before this. And again, we're going to watch other footage. So I'll just let it play. It's only a minute and a half.
Right up. Back up. Hey, someone on me. I need manpower. Someone on me.
Notice 4 or 5 squad cars in the front of the AGR building, and they all have machine guns.
Please stop. I need please stop. A lady's been shot in the stairs, the 4 stairs. You need to lift you up? Hold on. Give me the armor. I need a ladder.
So somebody just shouted, I need a ladder.
Start towards farm. I fucking told them.
Edit. And then now we're going from another angle.
They need to post the guys over here. I told them that the Secret Service. I told them that Tuesday.
I told them that Tuesday. is what this officer is saying. And I don't know which guy this is, because there's one guy that was actually up on the roof, or he actually got hoisted up on the roof. But this guy is saying, I'm going to back it up. And this is door number 7. Notice the officer. See the officer on the, it's kind of blurred. Officer top right, top center, I should say. There's one in the center close to us. He's on the phone. I need his phone. And then there's another officer guarding the area where these guys are going to climb up on the roof already. This is seconds after the shooter shot at Donald Trump. Seconds after. There's already 2 cops here.
The Secret Service. I told him that Tuesday. I told him to post guys over here.
I have no contact with the
I told him to post guys up here. He told Secret Service. So this guy must be top notch. One of the top guys. 10 minutes after the shooting, another officer responding to the warehouse questioned the lack of law enforcement on its roof. So this is 10 minutes after the shooting.
What?
I thought you guys were on the roof.
No, we're inside.
Alpha 1.
I thought you were out there. No, we were inside. See, these guys are, to me, they're saying things that you want to hear in court to clear these guys. He said we were inside. Because the other guy, and look at him. He just said Tuesday he warned them, so therefore this guy is free to go. He warned the Secret Service that there's going to be somebody up on the roof, that they need guys up on the roof, and therefore this guy is innocent. See where I'm going with this?
What?
I thought you guys were on the roof.
No.
I thought you guys were up on the roof. No, we were inside. So that tells me that there was some kind of a briefing that there were people assigned to the roof, and it got changed because the other officer that he's approaching right now said, I thought you guys were on the roof. And this officer with the body footage is saying, no. That's not what you remember at the meeting. We were inside. Let me back it up again.
Told him that the Secret Service told them they need to post the guys over here. I told him that the Secret Service. I told him that Tuesday. I told him to post guys over here.
I have no contact with the
What?
I thought you guys were on the roof.
No, we're inside.
Alpha 1, Bravo 1. Taking.
I told him to post guys over here.
I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought
I wasn't even concerned about it. He says something. So there is where they say the shooter climbed up. Now, if he's running across, like other video have shown, a little dot, a little pixel from left to right, that means the shooter would have to get up on the building on the other side where people are. That's not what people have been saying ever since this thing started. They're all saying he approached from the front of the AGR building and climbed up the pipes or used a ladder. I don't see a ladder here.
someone's on the roof. I thought that's how we. Like, how can you lose a guy walking back there?
They were
on the roof.
They were inside.
Weird. So the guy's arguing with the other one, saying, "I thought you guys were up on the roof." He's like, "No, we're inside."
I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was on the roof.
Yeah, I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was up on the roof. So they thought people were on the roof. Again, the sniper team behind Trump said, "I thought they looked like us." This officer here is saying, "I thought people were on the roof." And the guy that has the camera footage, the body cam, says, No. We were inside the building. This makes no sense. If you're telling people, like, it gets confusing. Like, seriously, this officer thinks that the guy that's filming should have been on the roof. He's like, I thought you guys were on the roof. And the guy doing the filming is saying, no. I told people on Tuesday that we need people on the roof. Like, it's contradictory in nature.
We're here.
I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was on the roof. I thought that's how we. Like, how can you lose a guy walking back there?
They were
on the roof.
They were inside.
This is the footage that also shows the moment an officer climbed onto the roof and spotted the shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, before he had fired any shots. So this is allegedly the footage now before the shooting. So we see this officer. Doesn't it look like the same guy? Like this guy? Not this guy. This guy. Doesn't it look like this guy?
Like, how can you lose a guy walking back there?
He's got glasses, kind of balding a little bit. He's saying, I thought you were on the roof, all this stuff. Isn't he the guy that's lifting up this camera guy onto the roof 10 minutes or a minute or two before? Because remember, the person being lifted up swore that the guy pointed a rifle at him and then he fell to the ground. And now we see this officer lifting the guy. But remember, this is 10 minutes before the shooting or 10 minutes after the shooting. Now we're going to get an edit by Wall Street and we're going to show seconds before the shooting. Same guy hoisting him up.
They were inside.
See? Oh no, maybe it's a different guy. Is it the same guy? Looks like the same guy. Hard to tell. Might be a different guy. Let me host you up. No audio. So you don't know when this was taken actually, because if you could hear the shots fired, then you can believe that this is the actual time frame of what is going on, but we don't hear shots fired yet. He's climbing up and on the roof. This is where he says, I see the shooter. We can't see him. Let me just forward a little bit. Right in there somewhere. Like, it's so quick. So if the guy's on the roof, you can't see him if you're just climbing up. There's no way you can see him. Right there from that angle, if the shooter is 20 feet away, lying on his belly towards the top of the roof, you can't see anybody. Sorry, you can't. You have to stand up. There's no way you can see from just peeking your head up above this portion where he's being hoisted up. So remember, everyone said he fell down because the guy pointed a gun at him. I don't see anybody. No, there's no shooter up here in this angle. That doesn't mean he's not hidden on the roof somewhere up above. But I'm just saying, from this angle, we don't see the threat that this officer said he saw.
Fucking this close, bro.
And he runs. Now he's telling everybody there's a shooter on the roof. Shooter on the roof. Everybody, go get him.
Turn around on me. He's straight up.
They don't know where he is. Nobody can see this guy on the roof. Remember that. 20 officers cannot see the shooter on the roof. Only this guy that was lowered back down ran away. Didn't even talk to the guy beside him to say, hey, he's up there. He ran to his car to grab a machine gun and said, there's a shooter. Now everyone's coming to him away from the roof going, where is he? He's on the roof. He's right there. He's on the left. He's right there. Nobody can see him. Nobody can see him. Okay. So let me come back. Interesting, right? Shows, why is this so blurry? Yeah, like a little bit is from the live stream that we're doing. But believe me, when you watch original footage, it's just a shaky cam, and it's actually disheartening at how unclear some of the footage is when the officer's yelling. He's like, he's right there. Why can't you guys see him? He's right there. Guys, he's right there. There's like 20 officers. Like, what? Where? We can't find this guy. He's a ghost on the roof. But you saw him? Yeah, I saw him. I peeked up like this. I'm like, there he is. And I run to go get my machine gun. And guys, he's up there. Loading, unloading. He's right there. That doesn't help anything. Okay, so let me find hopefully better footage here. Let's see. Let's see this one here. Trying to find a little bit more. Yeah, this one's better. Okay, I think you'll like this one better. This one's 8 minutes. I'm just queuing it up. Okay, remember, this is from WBFF Fox 45 Baltimore. Remember, they cut the audio during the shooting. Then they bring the audio back. My question is, why? If you don't want us to make conspiracy videos, just let us listen to the audio. I don't care if you don't want us to see anything. Let the audio run. Just let us hear the audio. I can figure things out just by listening. Don't remove the audio for me. Thank you. Let me hear everything. I want to hear the shots fired because that's the timing. When you have the shots fired, now you understand where people are in perspective. But if you remove the audio, we don't know what's going on. It's too hard. But they have the original audio. That's the problem. Okay, so this should be better footage. This guy is actually getting out of his car. Let's just read a little bit here, just so you guys can get an idea of what this footage is. Police encounter Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks on rooftop. Newly released video sheds light on the moments before the Donald Trump shooter opened fire, showing a heart-thumping encounter for a local police officer. The body cam footage obtained by the National Desk revealed a Butler Township police officer propped up the roof where would-be assassin Thomas Matthew Crooks was laying down before he shot at the former president on July 13th. So that's what this footage is. So the no audio is not me, that's them. They chose not to have audio for a bit. It'll come back in. So look at all the crowd. Look at all the crowd. And this guy's yelling, I believe, because there's other footage of another guy yelling at the crowd saying, "Get away." Do you see a shooter there? You see people standing, watching the rally, because again, it's not illegal to have binoculars watching the Trump rally. All those people had either binoculars or rangefinders, and there's a fence. You can't get into that rally unless you hop the fence. That's what all those people are doing. And there was another person that actually said, "Get away from here. This is private property. Get out of here." Telling you. Look at all the cop cars to the right of the AGR building. So this guy's walking around minutes before. Nobody sees the shooter up there. Crowd's there still. No panic. Look at all the cop cars. 1, 2, 3. We also have a motorbike. Now we have somebody running right here. To here, this is the guy that boosts him up. Hey, can you give me a little boost? Sure, I can boost you up. No audio. Lifts him up. Boom. Has a little looky-loo. This is at 10 minutes and 52 seconds. So not long. So boom. He's up there. There's somebody up there. Falls down. Runs back to his car. Runs away. Doesn't even tell the other officer. Runs to his car. Runs way over here for some reason. Yelling at people. Now they're running around over here. Get away. Get away. Get those people away from there. There's somebody up on the roof. And I'm running around way over here for some reason because I saw a shooter. So I got to run over here in front of where the shooter was. And now I got to run all the way back by myself without a gun because I saw a shooter on the roof and I'm running away. Okay, what's going on? What did you see? He's up there. He's up there. I can't get in my car. He's in there. I need lots of guns. Lots of guns. Because he's up there, guys. Can't you see him? Where's my machine gun? I need my machine gun. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. I gotta load this. No wonder you're tired. You ran out into the field for no reason. I'm just going to pause this for a second. I hope you guys are appreciating this. I'm doing a voiceover for you just so you can get inside the mind of the officer because we're using scientific evidence right now, and I'm trying to match his sound waves with how he speaks, how he breathes when he's running and all this stuff. So I'm matching it. That's how I'm able to narrate this so accurately. And I hope you guys appreciate the voice because it's authentic. It's 100% authentic. That's exactly what the guy sounds like. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta run out into a field, an open field, because that's what we do when we see a sniper on the roof. I expose myself, and I don't even tell my partner that boosted me up. That's what we do. Oh, I know what. I have machine guns in the back seat of my car. Why don't I use those? Keystone Caper. Like, this is insane. This is insane. It's crazy, right? But yeah, like you're going to quickly see that my voice matches exactly what this guy's voice sounds like. Let's continue.
This close, bro. Did he turn around on me? He's straight up.
He's straight up, guys. He's right there. See, my voice matches him exactly.
Okay, we have 2 civilians attending to him.
They have 2 civilian attendees, 2 civilians attending to him. Who? Well, the shooter. Somehow the 2 civilians ended up on the roof faster than the SWAT team.
I don't know. Who's got eyes on him?
Well, you did. You had eyes on him. So why did you run into a field?
Back up.
Jackie, it was right where you picked me up, bro.
He was right where you picked me up, bro. He was right there. You know, remember when you lifted me up on the roof and then I ran away? Like Chicken Little? The sky's falling? Yeah, he was right there. You didn't see him? No, bro. Because I lifted you up and you ran away like a chicken.
He was on that left side.
ASAP. I mean, ASAP. A lady's been shot in the stairs, the floor stairs.
This AI tool will take your idea and create a complete book, complete with design, images, layout.
Notice I get ads on this because I'm actually in the process of writing a book right now. Now we're running. Let's go get him, guys.
I need an ambulance for the back of the
Now all the Keystone Capers are coming out of the AGR building. They're just like ants. You know when you step on an ant pile and all the ants come out? Look at all the officers coming out of the building.
Get them out of here! Get them out! Yo, Blasco! Yo, you about to hop up? He's laying down. He's on our next building over. Right after the gap. He's got glasses, long hair.
Long hair. Somehow I was able to ascertain in 1 nanosecond what he wore. And guys, if you check his cargo pants, he has a rangefinder. Yes, that is a rangefinder in his pants. For some reason, I was able to ascertain that in 1 nanosecond. Long hair, glasses. If you want to know, I even know that he bought a ladder. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know he bought a ladder that morning, and he has a drone. But guys, I saw him. You have to trust me. But we need a ladder now to get up on the roof.
Blasco!
Can you please stop blocking the camera? I don't understand why you're blocking my camera. I can't see what's going on. I need to see. This is very important.
Yo, you about to hop up? He's laying down. He's on our next building over. Right after the gap. He's got glasses, long hair. We need a ladder. She's gonna Yo, Mike. I climbed the wall and I popped my head right in front of him, bro.
Okay, so this is what I'm describing to you guys. I saw him because I was lifted up on the other side, and he's got long hair, glasses, and you guys need to. I see you got a ladder. You got some pallets. You know what? Those pallets are good for bonfires. If you want to make a bonfire, those pallets are good for that. But they're also good for ladders because that's safe to climb up wooden pallets because they might break. But that's safe. We're going to spend $500 million on our budget to protect the United States president. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 officers right now, right along the wall. And you're trying to figure out how to climb up this roof. Like this is the most difficult task. We need to use wooden pallets to climb up the roof because we have no ladders.
He's got a book bag. He's got AR laying down.
He's got an AR, so now you know what it is in that 1 nanosecond. I also know the model of the gun. I know how many shells he has in the clip because I have X-ray vision. I know that he has a rangefinder in his cargo pants. I know he has long hair and glasses because I guess he was facing me. He wasn't facing Trump. But I know all this stuff. Why don't you guys ask me? Why are you guys looking around, looking confused as though there's nobody up there on the roof?
Yeah, he's laying down, burned out, book bag next to him. Give me
He also has a book bag next to him, not on the edge of the roof like we've seen on the other footage, but he actually has the book bag by him, lying down with long hair and the glasses. So trust me, guys. I know you're looking at me like I can't be trusted right now because I ran away from a potential assassination attempt. But I just panicked. Like sometimes when you see fire, some people run into the fire and they panic. I ran away. The guy pointed a gun at me, so I ran out into the field. And then I realized, oh no, I'm actually a police officer. I have guns.
Most sections over here. Most sections over here.
But watch out, because he can come right down on you over there.
Watch out, because he's going to rain down on you right now. Could you please stop blocking the camera? Because I need to see what's going on. Okay, see.
Oh, this is going to drop. Hold. Keep eyes on. Give me a ladder. No, eyes up.
Carry on the ambulance to the stands.
Keep eyes up. Eyes up.
These guys are still trying to climb up these wooden pallets.
This building. He was on top of this building. The left one. I jumped up.
By the yellow crate. This is a very serious.
That side, the first
very
one.
serious.
That one. Laying down. There's a gap in between you and there.
Not that building, guys. The other building. Why are you guys climbing up that building? That's not the one.
Get an ambulance to the VIP tent.
Okay, I'm glad you guys got up on that roof because I was over somewhere else at another building trying to help these other guys climb up the building because they're using pallets. But I see you guys don't need my help. You're already up on the roof. If you see your friends up on the roof, why are you still freaking out when they're up on the roof? Why are you still walking around like a commando going, he's right there, he's right there, he's right there? Your pals are actually up on the roof right now. Still hiding behind the building. This guy's got hairy forearms, I just noticed.
Yeah.
And now we got more Keystone Capers. We're gonna, because it's so difficult to lift people up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys right now. And remember, there were already 2 or 3 guys up on the roof at this time. We just saw it. Let me back it up to show you. Right here. Well, look at the guys already up on the roof. You guys don't think I have Hawkeyes, but I have Hawkeyes. Look, there's a guy up on the roof right now. He's up there, and there's 7 more guys trying to climb up on the roof.
Get an ambulance to the VIP tent.
You? Guys up on the roof. All right. Just to recap here a little bit. You guys are probably wondering why I'm using this voice. It kind of sounds like I'm mocking. Because it's BS right now, what we're watching. This is baloney. They're feeding us baloney right now. Yeah, exactly. If you watch that movie, The Shooter, I believe that was with Mark Wahlberg. Great movie. Great ending, actually. Very good ending. But brutal. Not for the faint of heart. But we're going to come back. We're going to watch this. But I just wanted, in case people are jumping on here and they're watching this, I'm mocking them right now. I'm using a voice to mock what they're doing because it feels idiotic the way that they're doing it. Like the guy that was actually raised to the roof to have a peek ran to the front of the building, ran to the side of the building where the shooter was pointing his gun at to expose himself out into the field where crowds were along a fence, and they didn't know what was going on. They were calm, cool, collected. This guy's running around panicked, and there's already 10, I counted at least 10 officers running out of the AGR building, and now we see 7 of them trying to climb up the side of the roof, trying to boost the SWAT team up there. And then we see 2 people on the roof already. So that's 10 right there, including the guy that has the footage. And he keeps blocking. And I get it. You're panicked, but your buddies are up on the roof. So why are you still in SWAT mode? Why are you still like... Doesn't make sense. You got 10 guys in front of you. Why are you all ducking and hiding behind the roof? Because you don't... like. Is this guy's first day? Or what? Hello, Cheryl Graham. All right, we're going to go back. Let's go back.
Yeah.
No hiding.
We have a unit on the roof.
Affirmative. Yo, Jess, you got me up once, bro.
Guy comes around. Yo, Jeff, you got me up once. So 3 people on the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm counting 9 people roughly. And they're all pointing up at the roof. That's the only way that they can get up there is by boosting a guy up there.
Yo, Jess, you got me up once. Get me up again. One more. Ready? Yep. All right, ready? Let's go.
Get me up once. Get me up again. Okay, so let's have a little look-see. There's a guy standing there on the right. Now he's going to turn to face where the shooter is. There's a backpack. So he spotted that backpack when his head was just a couple of inches about to go onto the roof, but he was dropped back down on the ground. So somehow he was able to spot this backpack. I say BS. It is impossible for you to see that backpack unless you are looking on this roof. You cannot see that backpack. So how did you know there was a backpack there? Now he's up on the roof. Shooter is, and there's 1, 2, 3 guys there already. The gun is to the left, and it's only 1, 2, 3 panels away, 4 panels away. What is that? 2, I would say 6 or 7 feet away. I could have sworn another footage that was actually like 15 feet away. I could be wrong because it almost looks like it's very close. So there's the blood already. So it's been a couple of minutes. I think the time right now is 6:17, and I think Donald Trump got shot at 11, I think, or 10. So it's been 7 minutes of running around. So there's the shooter. I haven't seen this angle yet. There's another guy over there on that roof. Commercial.
Ready to bring your brand into the real world? Shopify is ready for that too. With a
Oh, that's it? Man. Why did they stop it there? Okay, let's see here. All right. Man. That was when it was getting good, and they stopped that footage. So let me see if I can find one more. One more. Hold tight here. All right, so now this is footage, back to the footage again of just before Donald Trump shooting. So dramatic new body camera video. Body camera footage shows moments Officer confronted Trump shooter on rooftops. Let's just listen to this here.
Including that confrontation on the roof. There's ABC's Erica Tursky.
This is the moment police in Butler, Pennsylvania first confront the gunman who opened fire on former President Trump. An officer is hoisted to the roof, sees the shooter, and falls back to the ground. The body camera audio starts moments later.
This close, bro. Dude, he turned around on me. He's straight up.
Heavily armed police race toward the building.
Next.
Some scaling this plastic shed to reach the roof. The officer who confronted the shooter describing what he saw.
He's got a book bag. He's got mag AR laying down. He's laying down, prone down, a book bag next to him. But watch out, because he can come right down on you over there.
Those officers scrambling to locate the shooter.
This building, he was on top of this building, the left one.
Finding him after several tense minutes. By then, the gunman, 20-year-old
They found him finally.
Thomas Crooks, is dead.
One in custody, AGR building south, rooftop.
Another officer's body camera capturing a wounded victim carried from the rally site. When the chaos subsides, some police openly question how the shooter had access to a rooftop 400 feet from the former president.
I told him to post guys over here.
I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was on the roof. I thought that's how like, how now can you lose a guy walking back there?
They were
on the roof.
They were inside.
Why were we not in the building?
Why were we not on the roof? We've also had a look tonight, Lindsay, at some newly released documents that show Thomas Crooks visited a shooting range more than 40 times prior to the rally.
40 times now. 40 times. Now they have him. And again, I keep saying this. It's not illegal to go to a gun range. It's not illegal to look up Trump rallies and where they are and all this stuff. It's not illegal to have a rangefinder on you at a rally. It's not illegal. It's not even illegal to go on the roof, especially if it's outside the jurisdiction. So, what did we learn today? What did we learn? It's crazy. It feels like there's still more footage going to be coming out on this stuff. This is why I keep talking about it, because July 13th, we're almost a month away. And we don't know any more than what they're feeding us. And I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of it, but in the day and age that we live in, people are recording all the time. And I think one day, hopefully soon, somebody's going to come up with some really incriminating video that's going to show Thomas Crook on there. Most likely, let's just say something crazy, like maybe he just has a rangefinder and no gun, and you see someone plant the gun, and maybe someone was shooting at Trump from another building. Because there is evidence now that it looks like there were two guns being used, two different type of guns. Where did those gunshots come from then? If this guy just has a rangefinder and he's on the roof and there's windows adjacent to him in a two-story building, and those officers actually have pictures of the shooter, why were they told to go look for the shooter on the ground? Why did they leave the two-story building? What's going on? So they're not really filling in those gaps. There's huge gaps there. So I just want to see footage of the first person on the scene climbing the roof. I want to see that footage. Right now we're seeing after everything is over, and we're seeing 10 minutes before without audio. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Hey, bro. How's it going? My buddy Yules. So yeah, it's I'm telling you, it's crazy stuff going on. It's crazy. No matter how many times you look at the footage, there's more questions being asked. And this is why you guys come to this channel, because I'm a little bit of a conspiracy guy. I will admit it. But when they're spoon feeding this stuff to you, And it poses more questions. Like, nothing is just black and white here. It's like there's 20 guys inside the building because it was too hot. And the roof is too sloped. Like, this is dangerous. I thought this is dangerous, but no, this is dangerous right here. So we don't want our guys up there. And then the other officers are saying, but I thought we had you guys on the roof. I thought you were there. No. I was inside. Don't pin this on me. I was inside. All of us were inside until I started yelling and running out into the field like a chicken with its head cut off. Like, it's bizarre. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you got something out of it. If you have, subscribe to this channel. Tomorrow night is going to be pretty good because we're going to be talking about the imminency of Christ's return to get his body, his flesh, his bones, which is the church. We're talking about the rapture tomorrow night. So that should be pretty good. So join us tomorrow night live, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. We're going to have a panel. We're going to be talking about why we believe that Jesus Christ can come at any time and why it feels like it's sooner than later. And we'll be talking about it. So make sure and join us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.